When my family moved to a new city, everything felt unfamiliar. I was 8 years old, my brother was 10. We didn't know anyone there, no relatives, no close friends. It felt like we had been dropped into a completely different world overnight. Still, my brother handled it better than I did. He was quiet, calm, and usually kept to himself. That's why what happened next terrified everyone. One afternoon at school, my brother suddenly complained about a terrible headache. Not a normal headache. Teachers later said he was yelling in pain and could barely stay standing. The school nurse tried calming him down and called my mom to pick him up. But when my mom arrived, she immediately knew something was seriously wrong. My brother had started vomiting, and for a child who almost never complained about anything, the fear on his face said everything. Everything happened fast after that. What doctors first thought might be a severe migraine turned into something far more dangerous. There was bleeding inside his brain. The situation became so critical that emergency crews called for a medical helicopter to airlift him to Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. I still remember how quiet the house became after that. My parents practically lived at the hospital. Days turned into weeks, and I barely saw them at all. My grandmother stayed with me while my parents took turns sleeping at the hospital. At 8 years old, nobody fully explained what was happening. I just knew my brother was very sick. Every morning I expected things to go back to normal, but they didn't. And deep down, I think everyone was afraid of the same thing. My mom completely broke down. She walked into the hospital chapel and started crying. She later told us she couldn't stop thinking about how she would explain death to her youngest daughter if my brother didn't survive. That's when someone approached her, a janitor. At least, she believed he was a janitor. He gently took her hand and said, "Jesus told me your son is going to be okay." Then he walked away. What's strange is that my mother never saw him again after that night. Against all expectations, my brother survived. Doctors told my parents the damage should have been fatal. One specialist reportedly said, "I don't usually believe in miracles, but your son being alive feels like one." Slowly, my brother recovered, and eventually, life returned to normal. At least as normal as life can feel after almost losing someone you love. Looking back now, I still think about how differently things could have ended. If the school reacted slower, if the helicopter hadn't arrived in time, if the hospital had been farther away, maybe my brother wouldn't still be here today. But he is. And every time I think about that strange moment in the chapel, I wonder if some miracles really do happen when people need them most.